Hello and welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
We're here. We're doing another one. Episode 110. Nelson, I'm a hype man this week.
Oh, okay.
Let's everyone clap. Everyone get up and get ready.
Okay.
What do you reckon? They got them excited?
Probably not.
Ah, damn it. Oh, look, it's all I could do was to try and hype them up.
Well, you had one job and you didn't do very well.
It's hard to be a hype man to no one, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
To no audience. Yeah. All right. I'll give you that. But, throughout the episode, I hope you try to improve.
Oh, you better believe it will. I'll hype it up big time. Every segment I'll hype up.
Okay.
Oh, you guys need to get ready for Reddit on Reddit coming up. You won't believe it.
Good. I'm actually a little bit more hyped up, to be honest. You've gotten better already. It's been Halloween.
It has been Halloween.
I think it was only like the day after our last episode, possibly. Or something like that.
Yeah.
But, listeners, you'd be interested to know that Cambo and I have dressed up in Halloween costume for this special Halloween episode.
Yeah, and they're so good.
So good.
If we've dressed up like movie characters, they're screen accurate. That's how good they are.
Yes. I am a slutty Mike Myers.
I have you won't believe this, I have a fully functioning Iron Man suit on right now.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It flies.
Yeah.
It literally flies.
Yeah. And it's upgraded. You can't hear it.
Yeah. It's like a Tesla. It runs real quiet.
But maybe we'll get into Halloween later on in the show. I don't know.
There's a tease.
Yep.
Stay listening if you're a fan of Halloween.
Good hype.
Yeah. Thank you. I told you it's my thing this episode.
Okay. All right. Let's get into Reddit on Reddit.
Holy shit! It's here. Reddit on Reddit is here.
This is so dumb. Okay. Anyway, this is by Peace, Love, Flesh, Bones.
That's a creepy name.
It is a creepy name. This is from a new subreddit. I don't think I've used this one before.
Okay.
It's in the subreddit Hypothetical Situation.
Oh, okay.
So I think they were looking for a definitive answer, but we'll do the best we can. If I wanted to personally ensure that the human race would come to an end within my lifetime, what is the most I could do as an individual to make that happen?
Okay. I think it would be, I guess, kind of what people are already doing, which is just ignoring all of the global warming signs, right?
Yeah. The government's got this covered.
What was that report that came out recently saying that we're 12 years from the point of no return or something?
Yeah.
And there's no sign that anyone is doing anything to stop that. I mean, people are obviously, but I'm talking like at the higher ups,
Yeah. I'm certain though. I have also heard a study that says we're already past the point of return for something like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like I think that, and like maybe we are, and that's, but also maybe it's just like the cycle of the world. Like it's inevitable, and we're just speeding it up. But whatevs. But I think though that's good because I was thinking, okay, I don't know, take up smoking again.
Okay.
Eat lots of beans for the farts.
But this is how you would wipe out the entire world?
Well, I'm getting greenhouse gases out there. I'm making the situation
Are you going to
worse.
make other people do this as well, though? Or is it just you? You're going to be doing it a lot?
Well, I mean, if I'm dedicated to doing this, I guess I'd have to do it a lot. But also, I'd try to encourage. Right. Go to like primary schools and stuff and encourage kids to smoke.
Do you know what's cool? Smoking. And eating a high bean diet.
High bean diet. Yeah. But I think that's the problem is that it's still very far away. Probably not our lifetime.
Isn't there something with cows with their flatulence?
Yeah, their methane gases that they produce from there. That's really it's like super bad for the environment.
So would you just start breeding cows as well?
Oh, just breed tons of cows.
Yeah.
That's true. No, I think that'd be really expensive, actually.
But Nelson, you're doing this for the good of the world, by which I mean you're trying to wipe out all life on Earth.
You're right. I gotta think of the bigger picture. Yeah.
I know it's not convenient for you.
Yeah.
But if you do it right, Nelson, you could really kill a lot of people.
I could. But yeah, I still think it's going to be like within my lifetime. I still don't think I've got enough time to go via that approach.
Yep.
So I think then the next thing, there's only one of two other things that I think we could do.
Yep. That would guarantee this.
Yeah. Super virus.
Yep.
And nuclear war.
Okay. Right. So they're both quite hard.
Yes.
Nuclear war, would it be perhaps you would play Chinese whispers with world leaders? Of course, you'd need to get yourself into a position in which you'd be in the same room as world leaders.
Yeah.
And they'd be like,
can't just like,
hey, Kim Jong.
Yeah.
Trump says you're a dickhead.
Yeah. He called you fat.
Yeah. Hey, Scott Morrison. I forgot who our Prime Minister was for a second.
Yeah.
They change so frequently.
Yeah, that's true.
Canada says you're a prick. You know, just...
Yeah. Hey, Putin. Just all the things you think are true.
You're right.
It's like, I knew it.
The hard one would be Switzerland.
Yeah.
Trying to get them to budge on anything.
Yeah.
You'd be like, I don't know, Croatia thinks you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, what are you
Yeah,
gonna
we
do?
kind of are sometimes, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah. We've heard every country's going to invade you. Well, I guess we'll
whatever
make
shall
more
be,
biscuits.
shall be. God damn it, Sweden! Take a side!
Yeah, so I think this is what I could do, right?
Yeah.
Because it's in my lifetime. So I think if I really dedicated myself to it, I could get to the point of being like a translator.
Okay, you're right. This is good.
Yeah. So like if I studied, Korean, and then be hard because you really need to set it off between Korea and America.
Yeah. Or you could, I think you could go Russian as well.
Yeah, like Korea and Russia.
Or Russia and America.
Oh man, so many opportunities.
Any of those three,
Yeah.
I think you could.
But does Putin speak English? I think he
probably.
I feel like he's an intelligent man, so he probably does. Yeah. Does Trump speak Russian? No, he does not.
God, no.
He's not an intelligent man.
And this is a sidebar, but I was talking about this the other day because I'll be in America fairly soon. I love Americans' inability to translate to things that even aren't American but are still English. So you'd say, it's my mobile phone. And they'd be like, what?
Yeah.
What even is that? What are you saying?
Yeah.
Mobile phone? What?
Yeah.
Like, they just can't comprehend the non-American version.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was a sidebar.
Do you know, funnily enough, in a similar story, my sister once went to Italy, I think it was, and she was trying to hire a car, and she kept saying, like, auto car something, and then I think they finally worked it out, and they're like, oh, automobile. And you're like, well, okay, I didn't have one word in that, but surely you would put two and two together.
But what was she saying?
What
is the other word that would come after that?
I'm not sure exactly what she was saying on her, but she was probably just speaking very loudly.
Yeah.
Car! Auto car! I think that's what she tried. I've heard it works.
Yeah. She did the Italian, like, the thumb and the forefinger together, like the Italian.
Yeah. Well, no, maybe she didn't. Maybe that was the problem.
That must have been the problem.
If she had done the auto with the hand gesture,
the Italian hand gesture,
they would have got it. But what was I saying? Anyway, back to...
Sorry, I totally got us off track there.
Back to countries nuking other countries.
Yes. The important things.
Yeah, I think, okay, so I either try to learn Russian, because we think that Putin
So
knows
Korean
English,
is the
so
language.
it has to be Korean. But then I'd have to, I feel like it'd be hard to be like, oh, I'll be your Trump, I'll be your translator to Korea.
Is there a backup translator to make sure the other translator is telling the truth?
I think there's normally a translator on each side. I think.
Yeah.
So like
because
the US will bring one.
Okay. I also need to learn
You
Korean.
need to do this as well. Yeah.
And then I need to be hired as the Korean translator.
Yeah.
And then you need to be hired as the American translator.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm glad you did that way. I was going to shotgun being the American one straight away.
Yeah, that's
fine. But you've taken the hard road. Gone to
that's fine.
Korea.
Because I came in second, so you got the first.
Okay,
it's like top
I got
bunk.
first pick. Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah, because I reckon that'd be easy enough. I don't reckon you would have to try too much to get them to be like,
Fighting.
Start fighting each other. So yeah, that's my plan.
In a way, everything we've just said is evidence against us in the impending trial.
Yeah,
that might come up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
we
true.
might have to erase this episode off the servers somehow.
Yeah. I think though that the reason why we're safe is because if they listen to more episodes, they'll know we're far too lazy to go to the effort of learning Korean.
I've got us covered now, so you ready?
Yeah.
No, we're just joking.
Yeah.
They'll never see it coming.
So, nuclear war. What's that humanity?
Yeah, I like it. Solid plan.
All right. Let's get into Today I Learned. So now it's time for Today I Learned. Let's play the intro to that. Today I Learned. This Today I Learned is by Lucas857. Today I learned that gladiators didn't normally fight to the death, as they were too expensive to prepare and maintain, making it too risky of a business to sustain. For there to be a fight to the death, a sponsor would have to pay extra and also compensate the Lannister for the lost gladiator.
So yeah, from what I understand, because let's be honest, all of our knowledge of gladiatorial things is from movies.
The movie.
From the
Gladiator.
movie. It's all made up. Like the thumb up and thumb down thing.
Yeah.
Apparently also not true.
I've just been fed lies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Forever and ever.
It's like the Vikings not having horns on their helmets.
Yeah.
We have something that we expect. And then the thing is, if you were to make a movie, like a realistic gladiator movie, everyone would hate it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're like, oh, it's just a sport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well,
essentially.
it's like boxing or something. But I still don't I don't quite understand the idea of this.
Yeah.
In the sense that they still had weapons and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So
probably not. Look,
they
probably not if we really looked into it. All the things that turned out to be fake.
Yeah.
They probably didn't have weapons.
Yeah.
They probably just punched each other. It was probably boxing.
Yeah. or paper, scissors, rock. Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe they just get in and oh, that was a closey.
Yeah, I mean, presumably they had swords and shields, and it was like a combat.
Yeah.
But it would be more like a strike system, I guess.
So like fencing is...
Like fencing. Oh my God.
So boring. Gladiators just became so boring.
Evidence ruins everything, I think.
Yeah.
Because it ruined Vikings. It ruined velociraptors.
Yeah.
They're just big birds, apparently.
Exactly. Well, a lot of dinosaurs
A lot of dinosaurs
are
are
just
shit.
birds. They're shit. They're shit birds. That's what we're saying about dinosaurs.
They're big, dumb birds, and I'm glad they're dead. And now, evidence is ruining gladiators.
But stop it with the evidence.
It was probably closer to that TV series from the 90s, Gladiators. You know, when they're on those podiums hitting each other with big foam sticks?
Yeah, the foam sticks.
That's probably not that far off.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Yeah.
So I'm starting to see the appeal. People hitting each other with things. But yeah, because I thought that if they do have webbings, is it just like they just stab each other a little bit?
Yeah. Or like maybe you'd get injured. Sure, you'd get cut. Probably on the arm or whatever.
Yeah.
But how did it end? Because in the movie, it ends when one of them dies.
Yeah, when they die.
That's a pretty definitive ending to that fight.
You'd also hate it, right? If you're a gladiator and you've been gladiating for a while, and you know the system of I just get a few scrapes, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Game over. I tap out, they tap out. I don't know, something like that. But then you get pushed into the arena once, and somebody's like, "Oh, by the way, there's a sponsor for this one, so it's to the death." Sorry, what? Yeah, that would be pretty freaky.
I wonder how similar to current day sponsors those gladiatorial sponsors were.
Okay,
Like, you know,
are you thinking like Coke?
Yeah, or like, did someone come out and was like, this fight is brought to you by, I don't know, Colgate, or I don't know. I couldn't think of a brand.
Yeah. No, I like Colgate. That's a great man. Look at
They'll keep your teeth white and the blood on the sand red.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Or was it just a known thing that someone had sponsored it? It was like a royal decree.
Yeah, I'm assuming as the sponsor, maybe in terms of like, not necessarily business, but like
a
rich person,
a rich, well-to-do.
There's like, I want to see two people kill each other.
See, I like the idea that the gladiator would come out and be like, before I fight, I want to talk to you all about Nurofen
Yeah.
and the benefits of Nurofen. And after a long fight, I feel like crap.
yeah, that's true.
I like that idea more.
Yeah, okay. I've just realized this as well.
Yeah.
Do you think that the lions were in the arena?
Look, probably not.
I just hate gladiators. Yeah, I hate them.
Yep.
Russell Crowe can go die.
Don't say that. He might.
Then I feel real bad. If that came out tomorrow, I'd be like, oh my God.
He was more violent than a real gladiator when he threw that phone at that person.
Yeah.
As it turns out.
He was too. Yeah. What a dick. All right. Let's do another one.
All right.
This is by Bendy McBendy-thon. It's pretty good. Today I learned shoplifters were using self-service checkouts to scan expensive fruit and veg as carrots at a major UK supermarket chain. They were only discovered when the supermarket noticed they had sold more carrots than they'd ever had in stock.
This is interesting because we have a friend that does this.
Yeah, friend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like we've both done the sneaky self-service, but we have one friend in particular that is notorious for.
Yeah,
I think everything was beans or it was something like that.
Like, I think carrots. I think carrots are pretty cheap. I think
or
maybe potatoes or something as well. Yeah. Look, there's a few things that you can put you can put stuff through as and still get a bargain.
I remember him even scanning non-vegetables as vegetables sometimes, and because it would just feel the weight, it'd be like, all right, I guess that is that amount of weight of vegetables.
Exactly. Yeah, he puts like 3 kilos of meat on. In fact, I know he's. So I'm going to leak it. I'm going to leak it to the podcast. Okay. Feel free to pick this up if you would also like to steal like hundreds of dollars worth of food. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Now that I'm saying it, sounds a lot worse. Yeah. But hey, they're big conglomerate companies.
Nelson.
Okay,
Nelson.
Yep.
We're just joking.
Got him again. So he would go into the check. So I think originally he did the thing where he's like he'd put some.
We need to stop saying him. Let's just give him my name. Let's just call him Michael.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Michael, we're not laughing.
No.
For any other reason that it's funny. No. We're using your name.
Yeah, me. We're talking about hypothetically me.
Hypothetically, Michael. You, Michael. Yeah. Anyway, so Michael would. It's so dumb. Anyway, no one would
really appreciate it like we did.
I think they get it. Anyway.
It's like that time that we didn't reveal that guy's name when he was almost a pedophile.
Anyway, so originally he would just put like meat on and then put it through, but he was like, that's still kind of risky because if somebody sees you putting past, you can't like explain your way out of that. Like, oh, I thought these chicken thighs were carrots. So what he ended up doing?
What? What do you put? They are chicken thighs. I feel like a ninny.
Oh my God! I mean, you're gonna tell me that isn't potatoes either? It's just like a massive leg of ham.
This bottle, this isn't a bottle of carrots. You're saying this is a bottle of wine.
Anyway, but then, so what he decided to do was he would go in with the reusable shopping bags.
Yep.
And he would put in one bag all his like vegetables and fruit and stuff, all the like kind of raw things. And then in another bag, he'd put all the meat that he was going to buy, the more like expensive items.
Yep.
And so he'd walk to the self-serve checkout and he'd put the bags down by his side, or he'd put like the meat one down by his side.
Yeah.
And then he'd start slowly like scanning through all the vegetables and stuff, because you have to like select, each thing, and it takes a bit longer. And then he'd fill that bag up, and then he'd pay, and he'd pick up both the bags and then leave, because he figured that if anybody asked, he'd be like, oh my god, I just forgot, I just left it down by myself. And because normally they only give you like a small table to put your bag on, right? Yeah. So it kind of even makes sense that you're like, oh well, I didn't do that. So yeah, that's how. Hey, listeners, if you want to steal things,
that's how you do it. Yeah. As it turns out, we're essentially friends with a con man.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, we look for loopholes and everything.
Yeah,
Isn't this just a loophole? Theft? Isn't theft just a loophole? I think so. Technically. Anyway, let's get into your shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
This shower thought is by Don't Toes Me. The inventor of gift cards was able to convince the public to exchange a currency that is accepted everywhere into a currency accepted at one location.
Yeah. This has been my thing for so long.
Yeah.
In fact, I think there's a Jimmy Carr thing about it.
Yeah.
Where he says, who likes gift cards? And people put their hands up.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you, crazy? You've got money, which is good everywhere forever.
Yeah.
And you exchange that for something that's good at one place for a limited amount
of time. Yeah, that's right. Actually, do you want me to educate you a little bit?
Sure.
In regards to gift, you might know this already. So yeah, hopefully somebody doesn't know. But so there's expiries on gift cards, but it's actually in Australia. It's actually by law gift cards have to have them because the government says you can't claim income from gift cards until the money has been spent. But you also can't have money in limbo forever. Ah. So you have to make it so that it expires, so that then you can claim the money on the card.
So it's like a tax thing.
Yeah, it's like a tax thing, essentially. Yeah.
There's been a whole thing lately about the extension of gift card expiries and whatnot as well. Because they'd always been 12 months traditionally for most places. Yeah. And then states slowly are turning into, I think, 3 years. It's still money is forever.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
It's still
extend
better
it all
than
you
that.
want. I don't want a gift card.
Yeah,
and nothing says I don't know you that well.
Yeah,
better than a gift card.
No,
your auntie or whoever gives you a JB Hi-Fi gift card.
No, I think it's slightly better than that. It's like I vaguely know you.
Yeah. You like entertainment.
Yeah, so, yeah.
That's what I love. A real like a Coles Myer gift card.
Oh yeah,
you like buying things.
Yeah, you like supermarkets, liquor, K-Bar Superstore, petrol. You will like these things.
Statistically, you use some of these.
Yeah,
we know that.
Yeah. But that is the crazy thing. Like, I get it if it's a little bit more specific.
Yeah.
Or like a gift card for maybe like one thing. Okay, so what I'm thinking of an example of like there's a place in the city you can do a VR thing, so you have to book a time to do it.
Yep.
I was like, that I think makes sense because you can only do the one thing.
But see, that is a voucher. A voucher, I understand.
Yeah, okay.
A voucher is exchange this for something.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? And the whole thing about, like, there's that idea that you're not meant to really tell people what you spent on them.
Yeah.
Except for gift cards. Like,
yeah.
Just be clear, I spent $50 on you.
Yeah.
That's how much it was.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. Because, yeah.
Whereas what you're talking about is you take that voucher in and then you get that experience. I'm fine with that.
Okay. But how about then a movie gift card? Like a cinema gift card?
I don't mind the ones that are like, they'll get you the 2 tickets and the food. That's fine.
Yeah. Because that's still the monetary value on there. And then, you're still hinting like, I want you to experience this. Take some time out, go to the cinema.
That is, you were giving them a specific thing.
Yeah.
Like, here's, I think, like, generally, like, 2 tickets and some food, like the experience cards that they sell.
Yeah.
I understand that is fine.
Yeah.
It's the monetary value gift cards to a certain store I think are dumb.
Yeah.
At that
so
point,
any retail
because you're like, I don't know what you want from here, so you pick.
Yeah, retail stores. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Well, ban them. We're banning them.
We're banning them
as a show.
Yep. And don't you bloody give us a gift card?
If you give us a gift card,
if someone has the audacity,
it better not be for $300.
Yeah, if someone has the audacity to send us in a $300 gift card. Oh my god,
we will be
fuming.
Yeah, we are not going to enjoy spending that money. Let me tell you.
And don't do it as a joke.
God, it's nothing.
Not funny.
It's nothing worse. I like how we entertain ourselves.
And 1 or 2 others.
Yeah. Okay, let's do another one here. This is by Cart Lover 101. Hand dryers are a really good way to waste 5 minutes before you wipe your hands on your pants. Hand dryers are ridiculous.
Here's a question I got.
Mm-hmm.
Are air blades getting worse? Or have I just become used to them and they're not as good anymore? Because when I first used an air blade, I was like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
This thing, my hands are too dry. And I need to go moisturize.
Yeah, exactly.
But now I feel like I use an air blade. I'm like, oh, they're kind of dry.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is. Was my expectation set so low that they blew my mind? Or are they worse?
I think you could be right.
In which one? I gave you 2 options.
I mean, in the sense that
which one is it?
In your first point, that they've always been consistently bad.
Yeah.
But or they've been better than what we've experienced, but they still don't really dry your hands that well. You've still got like a layer of moisture on the end,
a film of moisture just around your hands.
Yeah, but I think because have you seen so this is the Dyson Airblade dryers.
Yeah.
Have you seen there's a new Dyson one?
Okay.
It's like the Ultra Airblade hand dryer. It's like blue covering. Because let me tell you, try that one, and you'll have the same experience that you did when you first did it.
Now I'm going to go seek one of those out.
Wow, I thought these Dyson dual hand dryer things were good. And then you tried the Ultra one.
Because it was a thing for a while when Airblades were new. You'd find one, you'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Because now they're quite commonplace. Yeah. But for a while, you would walk into a bathroom like, boy, it's on.
I'm going 3 times a day.
So now I guess this is the new version of that.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they look like.
Yeah. You're missing out.
Crazy.
Let me tell you. I do like Dyson, though. He's invented quite a few things. He invented the vacuum cleaner, which is like his first sort of thing, which is putting a plastic tub into the receiver rather than bags. Everything was bags previous to that. And kind of the technology that went along with that. Like, that's genius. And
whereas Godfrey's were just lifting those bowling balls.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, like, I'm never going to need to vacuum a bowling ball.
What is your house like?
He's got bowling balls all over the place. And I think he was a bit chubby too, so he probably did want something to relieve the stress of moving around so many bowling balls.
Is that a very specific Australian reference? Will that just really go over his head?
I think maybe Godfrey's is Australian, but I think the idea of lifting up a bowling ball with a vacuum cleaner is universal. Yeah. Just like
we don't need to be translators for a different country for people to understand that.
Exactly. Or the idea of cutting a shoe in half with a knife. Yeah. There's something else.
It's universal.
It's universal. Also ridiculous. Why would you ever need to... Anyway. But he also invented a wheelbarrow, which you don't see as much, but he made the wheel a sphere. And so it's just like easy to maneuver around.
Okay.
I actually reckon he's a really cool inventor, Dyson, and he makes things that you're like, oh yeah, that's like obviously that should be in a thing, like just the hand dryer that you put your hands in, it blows it from both sides. It's super powerful. Like, oh, it makes so much sense.
Yeah. And
the vacuum cleaner so much sense.
It's the equivalent to his name escapes me, so I'm just gonna call him Michael. The guy that invented windscreen wipers for cars.
Yeah,
Isn't it baffling that before that they're like, well, it's just wet now. I guess we can't see.
Don't drive in the rain.
Because they were invented like less time ago than you'd think. It was like in the 70s.
Really? Yeah.
Oh, no, it was before that. It was, there was cars for way longer than you'd expect when they had windscreen wipers.
Yeah, that's true. So, Cambo, give me an invention. Really easy one. Just one that's really obvious.
All right.
Like
I used to, as a kid, I was always like, why aren't there see-through toasters? That was my whole thing.
Okay, yeah. But they are now, right? I think, do they exist
But
now?
then the thing is, like, you've got the grills and the heating. You wouldn't see the toast anyway.
Yeah.
Like, you could see, I guess, the thing grilling, but in my mind, it was just a clear sleeve and you watched the toast go brown.
Yeah.
But you would have all the heating grills in there. You wouldn't really be able to see
But
your
the
toast.
heating grills aren't like, they're not like back to back, right? It's kind of
my
one of those
toaster
like
they are.
wave. Oh, okay. So you made a see-through toaster, but the grills are covering the whole thing.
You put that toast in for like 5 seconds max. There's so many heating grills.
Wait, why isn't that a thing? A super powerful let's make a super powerful toaster.
Yeah.
I hate waiting for toast. It's the most frustrating thing ever.
I used to quite like in some hotels you see this. You put the bread on like a conveyor belt and it goes through like a little
that's
oven.
good. Those are pretty good.
But just like triple the heat and triple the speed.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
I've done it for you. I'm a real Dyson.
You've bloody done it. You might have to like triple the power outage.
I don't get how once in a lifetime crazy marketing changing ideas are that hard.
Yeah.
I just did it.
You've just done it. It was so
Don't
easy.
steal it.
Yeah, well, you don't steal it because that one's pretty good.
Yeah, thanks.
Pretty good. But yeah, no, I think see-through toaster would work as well. I feel like I've seen that as well. I'm not saying that you're not the first person to think of it. You originally thought about it,
definitely,
and then somebody invented it.
Yeah.
In fact, I remember my.
Oh, and if you're listening, don't Google. That's our new rule.
Don't
Google during the show.
Don't Google.
It ruins the fun.
It's not fun
because then at the end you can Google one whole thing and find out everything we're wrong about.
Yeah.
In one go.
Do you know what the equivalent is of Googling this show? It's when you're at a pub trivia night and you look at the answers.
Yeah.
You know? It's like, what are you even doing at the trivia night? The fun is trying to, see what you know.
Oh, you have to go to the bathroom, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's weird. That's the third time in the last 30 minutes. I don't know. So don't Google. But don't know what else I was going to say something.
You were just saying that I definitely invented the see-through toaster.
Oh, no, it was my brother, right? He came out with the genius idea of... So, he said at the football stadium in Australia, they should make pies shaped like footballs.
Yep.
And then, I kid you not, like 2 weeks later, they came out with that. And it was like big news. It was like, oh my God, they've done this genius thing. So, I mean, look, it wasn't life-changing invention.
But everyone knows your brother is a football insider.
Oh,
he definitely had that information early.
He knew already, and he was leaking it to the family. I've got another one for you.
Yeah, sure.
This is by D Baron 21. People would talk less trash if duels were still a thing.
If Jules, what?
Duels, like duel. People would talk less trash if you could just duel people.
I mean, I guess you can still fight.
Yeah,
but you're thinking like the threat of death.
Like the more, because I think duels are kind of like legal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
thing
true.
that it's
that's
like,
true.
oh, well, he's challenged you to a duel. Well, you got to do it.
That's true. And I must admit my stupidity there. For the first time you said the word duel, I was thinking of like jewels, like diamonds and stuff.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like duel.
You're
with
like,
the D.
oh, jewels are a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
They
and
still
then
exist.
You said it the second time, and I got it, but then I had to then do like the processing time on that.
Okay.
But now I understand.
I often mumble, so I will let that slide.
Your mumbling
Actually,
was not the problem.
Yeah,
it was
Jewel
me.
and Jewel is very close. And then there's D-U-A-L, Jewel.
And then don't even bring in... Yeah, it's true. Don't even bring in the singer Jewel.
Yeah.
She's just going to confuse everything.
So anyway, I think this is a great idea.
Yes.
Because I think, for one, I might get in trouble a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I like to talk a bit of trash, make people feel worse about themselves. So, makes me feel better, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Makes you feel like a big bat.
Yeah. But have you ever had a situation where you're arguing with somebody that just doesn't know is arguing something that you know a lot more about,
Yeah.
and they're just getting everything wrong, and you're trying to tell them how wrong they are, but they're so dumb to the idea, they think they know everything, that you want to duel them. Yeah. Have you ever had that?
Here's my problem with this. Let's use, for example, flat earther, right?
Oh, yeah.
So you're having an argument with a flat earther.
Yeah.
That's it. We're having a duel.
Yeah.
But then if he wins, that doesn't mean he's right.
Yeah. Does that mean that everybody has to now accept?
That's my problem with like an argument duel. If it's like you were saying like someone's a dickhead, and then they were saying you're a dickhead.
Yeah.
And then I understand that.
Yeah.
But if it's a fact thing, I don't think duels should.
Yeah. That's no. I still think it should. Right.
Okay.
I think it should, but only starting now. Because I think if this was back in history, when duels were a thing, this is so... No wonder history was like... People were quelled so often. No.
They fought to the death in the Gladiator fight, and I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah.
Well, he won. I guess they did.
Yeah. But... I think you have the duel where you say you challenge one flat earther to a duel. I challenge you to do a duel. So everybody who thinks that the Earth is flat, you turn up.
Right.
I'll turn up with all the people who think the world is round.
I see where you're going here.
By a matter of numbers.
Yeah, you will.
And then you kill the problem. That's what I'm saying. It'd be so easy. Anti-vaxxers, let's get rid of those.
Yep.
I mean, they're going to die anyway because they're not vaccinated. So
we can probably just leave them for a few years.
We'll just leave them. Let them simmer. But yeah, I want to duel people is what I'm saying.
Okay.
If I want to duel people, I think that I know I can win against. Like, I just pick a fight with a young kid.
Well, I think that if someone writes in and they want to duel you, you should do it for the show.
I'll do it.
Okay. There we go. If you want to duel... a topic of your choosing.
Yeah.
Duel Nelson. What kind of jeweler are you? Are you pistols at dawn? Are you swords?
I don't think pistols, right? Because my fear with pistols is that you like turn around, you fire, and you both like hit, but it's not a fatal wound, and then you kind of both like, oh, this really sucks, and nobody dies, and you're just in horrible pain. I feel like that's worse than dying. Dying a quick death. So I say swords.
Okay, because there's nothing painful about a sword.
Well, I mean, like, it's less painful until the killing blow, I think. Okay. No, it's probably not. Probably not that either.
Probably more painful, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Okay, pillows.
You know who wouldn't know about that? Bloody gladiators.
Ugh, they don't do anything. Pillow fight.
I like it.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, because you could suffocate them.
Yeah. Oh, but then I could get suffocated.
Oh, no.
You know what I realized? I don't like dying. All right, let's get into Ask Reddit. Ask Reddit. This Ask Reddit is by Kehakas. What's a non-emergency event that you wouldn't mind getting woken up for?
Food.
Yeah, food.
Just food. If someone's like, get up, pancakes. I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah. I have no problem with this at
all. There's so many, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Then you're right. You know what? writing down this question, that's such an obvious answer, and probably the only answer is food. But
No money.
But oh yeah, money. You want a car? I think
A car.
There's so many. There
things.
is so many things. You know, like anything, but sex. I'll get one of that. So yeah, that was a very easy question. Okay, so let's do.
Who wrote this?
Let's do
What's their name?
It was Hackers.
Really have a good hard look at yourself, mate.
Yeah, it's definitely not my fault for choosing your. So let's expand the question.
Okay.
And say, okay, let's go with the answer is food.
Yep.
To what level would you be like just okay to wake up for, but you're still not super happy about? Like, you know, like if somebody was like, hey, wake up cookies.
Yeah.
I'm like, easy. Like, I'm glad to wake up for cookies. But if somebody's like, hey, wake up asparagus. Not the same sort of reaction.
Even biscuits in general. A cookie. That's a no-brainer. But if someone's like, here's a like a butterscotch. Like, I don't know. I could have waited for this.
Yeah.
You know?
A gingerbread cookie.
Here's a
like,
Mari biscuit. Do you have a cup of tea to go with that?
Yeah. No. God, not even the tea. I mean, I just woke up.
So I think it even splits like by food.
Okay.
You know. Ooh. Like, is there any vegetable at all you'd be happy to be woken up with?
Tomato.
Okay. All right.
I really like tomatoes.
I'll keep that in mind for your next birthday, Nelson. I'll sneak into your room, put a big banner up saying happy birthday with a plate of tomato.
That's true. Very little, very few foods. You know what? I might do it for chestnuts. I quite like chestnuts.
You do quite like
but
chestnuts.
I would want them to be roasted already. If they were not roasted...
You turn it back over and go back.
Yeah, I'm like, wake me up when they're roasted.
So here's the thing. It depends as well on, like, if I've got a full tub, right, and I'm sleeping with a full tub, and someone wakes me up with another full meal, I don't need it.
Yeah.
If someone's like, "Hey, have this little bit of chocolate," I'm always eating that chocolate.
Yeah.
I don't care how full I am.
Yeah. That's true.
So I think I'm more inclined for snacking.
Yeah, that's
rather than like, we've got a 3-course for you set up. You'd be like,
I'm not really.
Yeah. I could graze.
No, you know what? The Italian inside of me, the minute amount of Italian that's inside of me would be like, all right, I'll eat it.
we call that a minute bit of Italian Alan Hammy.
Yeah, that's right. I'd be like, it's just, Mum always said don't leave food to, go to waste. So I guess I've
eaten this 3-course meal at 2 a.m.
Yeah. Side note, I just thought of another good one.
Yep.
That's like on the cusp, I think. Mashed potato. And it's a vegetable.
Yeah. It is, but it's not. I guess when I said vegetable, I was thinking like healthy.
Like just a You could make healthy mashed potatoes.
Mashed potato is a vegetable for people that really cannot comprehend vegetables.
Yeah.
They're like, it's a vegetable. We just covered it in butter and salt and milk.
Well, same with chips.
What we did is we took the unhealthiest vegetable anyway.
And
then we added more stuff to it to make it less healthy.
Yeah. That's
At
true.
that point, it's like you may as well dip it in chocolate. You know?
Yeah. Sometimes I do.
No.
I dip my mashed potato in chocolate. I'm going to try that, actually.
Don't.
It sounds
I implore
gross,
you not to.
But I also think if you mix two awesome foods together, it creates a superfood. That's what they call superfoods, right?
Yeah.
You mix two
Yeah.
two disgustingly unhealthy foods together.
That's what it is.
Cool. Here's another one.
Okay.
This is by Paku9. What's an absolute turn-off about your own personality that you're aware of but can't help?
My girlfriend will vouch for this.
Yeah.
I'm super annoying. All the time.
Yeah.
Just all the time.
I like that your girlfriend will vouch for that.
Oh, absolutely.
She's like, by a thread is this relationship hanging on.
Because she knows, like, I'll be like, hey, she's like, no. Because she knows what I'm about to say. Like, there's just something in my tone of voice that is like, it's a trigger for her to be like, something annoying is about to come out of his mouth.
That's true. Yeah, I think I living with you long enough, I also know that tone. We often, I think something's funny that people might not know about us, right? Is how we have like really stupid, sarcastic conversations with each other. We'll like, I don't know, I can't even think of it, but it's like, I'll walk in and be like, what are you doing here? And you'll be like, I don't know. Sorry. And you'll go to your room or something. It's a joke. And then you'll come back out and we'll pretend that conversation didn't ever happen.
But like, the thing is, like, weirdly, neither of us break the joke.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Which I think is like, why to a partner, that translates as annoying. Yeah. But to you and me, that's just like stupid banter.
Does that mean you're as annoying as me?
I think so. Yeah. I think I definitely qualify for that. Yeah. But something else I think is a turn off in my personality is that I have a lot of self-deprecating humor.
Yeah.
Which I think is like funny when you're around friends. But when you're around like a potential partner, they're like, "Oh, this is kind of sad."
Yeah,
that he just,
you just keep talking about what a loser he is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it doesn't really translate so well.
Another thing, so this goes in with my annoying qualities.
Yeah,
but so my girlfriend's very particular and very organized.
Yeah,
and I sometimes like to be a little fast and loose.
Oh,
and then I know that annoys her.
Yeah.
For instance, so we're going overseas soon, and she found out that I don't have a passport holder. I just carry my passport around.
Who has a passport holder?
This is my point.
I mean, we're the same person. So.
This was my point, and she's like, "But what if it gets lost?" And I just went, "It hasn't. It's
yeah. Don't lose it."
And she's like, "But you could damage it." I'm like, "They're not that weak," and I threw it on the ground as a point, and she freaked out.
No, good.
She was angry at me over
good
that.
On you. That's not. It's just a passport. Who cares? It's fine.
Yeah, put it in your pocket.
Put it in your pocket.
Yeah,
put it. Just it's fine.
It's so fine.
They're not like fragile.
Yeah.
They're not made to be fragile. I support that. I mean, it's not a surprise, though, is it? No. That I'm on your side. Yeah. There's people out there going, "Oh, how dare you treat your passport with such disrespect?"
There must be a theory by this point that we're the same person doing, like, it's one person doing two voices.
Different voices, yeah.
The amount that we just agree with each other's points of view.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Anyway, let's get into a new segment called Podnapping.
Oh my God! I'm being podnapped!
Podnapping.
I still really like it. It's good. Hasn't grown old. So this segment of the show, we steal a segment from another podcast that we've listened to during the week.
Yep.
A segment or a topic of conversation. It's now Hazim's turn. So Hazim didn't write in. Actually, he did. He did give us a suggestion. Now, I actually genuinely forgot until that second. He read in like the week before saying that an idea for a segment could be... he came to us from the podcast Escape This Podcast.
Yep.
Which is friends of ours. They do an awesome escape room show. You should check it out. It's really cool.
Maybe we should duel them.
We should what?
We should duel them.
Oh, duel?
Yeah. We'll organize that later.
Yeah. Is it for the like the listeners? Like
we get their listeners.
We get their listeners. Okay. Yeah. I mean that's good. They've definitely got more than us. But
it's gonna be really weird when we're at that escape room conference in Sweden.
Yeah. We don't know what we're talking about.
So this Reddit on Reddit is wrong.
Yeah. But he said, well, you probably couldn't do an entire escape room for the show, but you could. He said at the end they talk about what they give like a snippet of their next week's room.
Yeah, and we could do that for Reddit.
He's saying we could try and pretend what our next
episode will be about.
be.
I mean, I could predict what Reddit's going to be.
Yeah,
a lot of dogs.
A lot of dogs. A lot of dogs.
A real subculture that ruins it for everyone else.
Yes, that's true. People both for and against Trump.
Yep.
Oh, that's everywhere. And a lot of reposts.
A lot of reposts.
Yeah,
and then people saying this is a repost.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot of comments about that.
Yeah. And then the person under that saying, they should really invent a system where they can identify reposts. we know Reddit. We know. But aside from that, I think in the show, there'd be a loophole.
Yep.
We would Monopoly or Elon Musk would come up. And
Rowan would have written in.
That's an easy one.
Mm-hmm. That's an easy one.
And you or I would offend a group of people in some way.
Who would it be? Oh, who knows?
Who would it be? I don't know. Anyway, so... but I'll do this one that I had for Podnapping, which I was listening to the podcast All Work No Play.
Okay.
Which I've been doing very big podcasts. I'm going to try and
what is All Work No Play?
Oh, okay. So it's two voice actors, and they also play in the D&D game that I watch called Critical Role, the very super big famous D&D game. So it was just two guys that started doing a podcast, and they did like 2 episodes in 6 months, and then sort of stopped doing it, but they started doing it again. So, this is like their 5th episode, but the podcast has existed for like 3 years or something. So they're really popular. I'm going to try and start doing more indie, I think. Because if you're going to steal something, steal from the people that can't fight back. Yeah. They don't have the money. Anyway, so these guys were talking about how do you deal with stress? What do you do with stress?
Yeah.
So I thought that is
the topic of stress.
This topic of stress.
I don't know, honestly. Like I felt stressed, but I don't think I have a system of getting out of it. I think it just goes away after a while.
Okay,
or I fail and then start again. I don't know. Like I don't have a system being like, all right, I'm stressed. I should implement these things.
Yeah. Maybe you should come up with a system.
Nah.
Can we?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I've got this fine not doing that. So.
Okay, yeah.
To show I'm doing okay.
Yeah. You go to a doctor, they're like, oh, you're about to have a heart attack. Okay, good. Mine is, I think for one, I don't usually get that stressed anyway. I mean, I don't think you really get that stressed that often either.
No.
We're the same person. So. Because, and I think that's a big part of like people that have to deal with stress, and because there, I think conversation was like they, being a voice actor. Look, it sounds very cruisy, but I think it's a bit harder. Mm-hmm. And if they have, because these guys are quite popular, I think they have like lots of stuff to do and in a short period of time, so they're perhaps under more stress more frequently.
More stress than the Reddit on Reddit podcast.
Pretty crazy.
Interesting.
And they've got kids and stuff as well. I think they were saying like having a family life puts like extra stress on you when you don't have time for yourself.
Yeah.
Because probably we're not so. If we get stressed, we come home and we just watch TV for like 3 hours. Like, well, that'll do it.
Which is actually what we do even when we're not stressed.
Yeah, it's very hard to tell when we are and when we are not
Sometimes,
stressed.
like, you'll be sitting a bit straighter, like, oh, hard day.
Yeah. I think, though, I sort of have a vague way of dealing with stress, is because I don't get stressed that often, but I think when I do, I'm conscious of the fact, I try to make myself conscious of the fact that being stressed does not solve the situation.
Yeah.
And I kind of just like suck in the stress. Like, just quell that, because what do you, like, you, normally I think my stress comes from something where something's happened and I can't control it anymore. You know, like an issue, like I'm running late for something, right?
Yep.
And that'll make me stressed. And obviously I could have prevented that, but now in the moment of being late, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm so stressed. But then I think like, well, But this isn't
it's
accomplishing
like
anything, is it? You know, I'm just like, I may as well. I think there's been times I do that and like, I'm just going to like put on a podcast or something because what's the point of stressing now? So
I think as well, I'm pretty good at like rationalizing myself out of stress.
yeah.
Even like, back when we used to work at the cinemas, there's people that would get really stressed doing that job.
Yes.
And my go-to was always like I'd sit them down.
Yeah.
This is back when I used to like manage it.
Yep.
And I'd be like, look, at the end of the day, you're giving people popcorn. It's
Yeah.
not going to make or break anyone's life.
Yeah.
It's not the most important thing in the world.
Yeah.
You don't have to stress about this.
Yeah, exactly. The fact that people are getting too annoyed about
Having to wait in line.
having to wait in line. Yeah. I'm going to miss the trailers. Shut up. Just shut your face.
They're all on YouTube.
yeah.
You've seen them all.
Yeah.
You've seen all these trailers.
Exactly. But yeah, so do you know what they did actually on this podcast?
What's
is
that?
they ended up going to so the other thing was in this podcast, it was originally just audio, but then they changed it to be visual as well.
Uh-huh.
So it kind of ruins it a little bit. Because at once, and they do warn you at the start of the show. There's like a little intro. It's like, just to let you know, we're filming this now, so you might miss some stuff. But what they did is they went to one of those places where you can destroy.
Oh, like the break rooms.
Yeah, break rooms. So that's like lots of plates and yeah, like electronic devices is very common. You normally just have like they had like baseball bats and lead pipes and stuff, and they're just smashing stuff, which is actually meant to be worse for stress. Just by the way, funny fact. But and so I was like, I think it's really cool, and I thought we should try and do that.
Go to a break room.
Yeah, or just break stuff.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we break our equipment every other week.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not our fault. It's our fault because we cheaped out.
yeah. But I like the idea of just going into a room and just breaking stuff.
Yeah.
I think it could be kind of fun.
Yeah, there used to be, when I was growing up, there was like an old abandoned shed down the end of the street. Because I grew up on like a dirt road, small little town.
Yeah.
It's just abandoned shed. And then occasionally me and my friend would just go there and break stuff.
Yeah.
It was essentially our own break room, except we didn't own it and we didn't have permission.
Yeah. And it wasn't abandoned.
Yeah. There's someone inside all the time.
Get the chainsaw out and start.
I say shed. House.
Yeah. But yeah, and so that was kind of the funny part of the podcast because for a little while the audio was just breaking sounds. So I was like, yeah, I'm just definitely missing some content.
Oh boy,
here.
yeah.
So next week, hear us break stuff.
Yep.
On the podcast. But yes, that was Podnapping, and it is your turn next week. I'm reminding you now.
Yep.
It's your turn next week.
Because I did have, for people who are listening at home, I had a slight panic attack just before we recorded. That maybe it was my turn again and I'd forgotten.
Yeah. I should have just said yes. Just see how many weeks you can go in a row. It's my turn? Yeah, it's still yours. It's your turn. Okay, so now we can go to Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, listener, can... do you reckon... every week I say, just like you, listener. Do you reckon any listener is like, oh, just like me? Because that's what I'm going for, but I think it doesn't work.
You need to go name specific.
Okay. Just for you, Susan.
There you go.
And so we have a couple of people who've written in.
Susan hasn't, but
Susan.
But she will.
You're a disappointment.
I got in here. I'm going to assume because a peek behind the curtain. You do a big show notes email and you paste these emails in the bottom so I can read them.
Yep.
It doesn't have a name. I assume this is from Amanda.
Yes, affirmative.
Okay. Hey guys, I feel like I've been letting the team down by not writing in for a while. Amanda, just to put your mind at ease, I feel like you making us like Reddit cushions.
Yes,
it brought you a few weeks.
Yeah. I was like,
no, it's not forever.
Well, yeah.
You do need to write it again.
You're not off the hook completely,
but don't worry. We weren't like your. It wasn't down to zero. You know, you were good. You had some fuel in the tank.
Yeah. So just so you know, we've got a scale in which we rank listeners.
Every listener, even you, Susan.
Yeah, and your score is in the negatives.
She goes on. I imagine that was the email. Just that. I know it's a bit late, but what are your feelings on Halloween? I've always been on board with dressing up and eating vast quantities of lollies, but I think we have the holiday backwards. There's nothing spooky about spring racing carnival season. I really think that if you want to do this properly, we should swap Easter and Halloween, have Halloween in the autumn when the nights are closing in and things are getting darker and spookier, and have Easter in the springtime when there's actual eggs and chickens happening in the world. Love the new Podnapping segment. Oh, well, thank you. If you've got a podcast you want us to steal from, let us know.
Yeah.
Camber
needs help for next week.
Yeah, hey, Amanda, email me specifically. Thanks for making me laugh. Hugs, Amanda. So what are your thoughts on Halloween? I agree with you, Amanda, but obviously, like everything, it doesn't match up in Australia.
Because
the idea of Christmas, and everything that goes with Christmas. Well, I mean, sweaters, the chestnuts roasting on an open fire. None of it works here because it's so hot. Yeah, it's like Christmas is very often 40 degrees.
We have fire bans. Like you can't.
If you're roasting a chestnut on an open fire at Christmas, God help us.
Yeah, that's right. Because Christmas and Easter, like they're religious, so they're meant to be at those times.
I'm talking about like imagery.
Yeah.
Like Christmas imagery is always like white snow falling and whatnot. Doesn't work here.
The songs don't make sense to us.
No.
All the weather
we can only dream of a white Christmas.
Yeah, exactly. That's
the only way we get it.
It's the only way.
So yeah, I imagine because in what she explained is what it would be like in America in Halloween.
Yeah, because you've got the like spooky tree, like sort of dead trees, and I think it does come across like spooky. Not dead. I just mean leafless and
autumn or fall as they call it.
Or fall. Or so that's true. But I'm happy to swap it in Australia. Yeah. We may as well.
Yeah.
Have our Halloween in Easter. I have no time. Yeah. I also don't care about the religious aspect of Easter, so I'm happy to change that date.
I don't care about changing any date for anything. Like the whole change Australia Day. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Do what you want. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll have a dog in this fight.
Yeah, just whatever. I'll go along with it. As long as I still get that public holiday.
Sometimes I forget what it is. So you tell me what it is and it'll be that day. Yeah. I forgot. The Melbourne Cup is on tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I had forgotten about it. In fact, because I have today off, right? Yeah. Off work. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't know that the public holiday was coming up. And I was looking in other people's calendars and I noticed it was marked out.
Yeah.
And I saw at the top it said Melbourne Cup. I was like, Melbourne Cup. And then I sit opposite my boss. So where you would be my boss.
Yeah.
And I was looking at him like, has anyone taken the Monday off?
Yeah.
Before this in our team? Yeah. He's like, no, not really.
Yeah.
So I went, can I?
Really?
He's like,
no one had done it.
Yeah. Oh, he had done it, but he was the only one.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah.
Sweet.
So I'm like, all right, cool. I guess I get a long weekend.
4-day weekend. All right. Yeah. It's good.
Yep.
Public holiday is good. What are we talking about?
How do you feel about Halloween? It's fine.
I don't know. I of all the holidays of some sort, Halloween I care the least about, or I am the most against in a way. I don't know. I just find it a really weird, so the idea of Valentine's Day, right?
Yep.
It was created by Hallmark.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to sell more cards. That's how it happened. Mm-hmm. And then and Halloween was very much by candy corporations because they were like, this would be a great idea.
I mean, there was it comes from the
they based it off something
the Salem witch stuff and whatnot.
Yeah.
But they were like, we can exploit that.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
They've based it off something to give it because you don't want to be like, oh, hey, it's Cadbury Day.
Yeah.
And you go around scaring people or whatever. So they tie it to something. Yeah. But and that's why I dislike Valentine's Day. I think, okay, there's a nice sentiment about that it's for one, nobody's buying cards anymore. So screw you, Hallmark. But also, you can show affection to the person that you love, a little bit more that day.
It's a nice idea.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you just take one day of the year, be nice to the person that you love?
Yeah. But what's the good that comes out of Halloween? There's no good that comes out of Halloween. It's here's a bunch of candy that's really bad for you. Encouraging kids to just eat more. That's not a good thing.
Well, Halloween has become, I would say, of the holidays, the most creative. because people
Yeah.
like make costumes.
That's
and
true,
stuff.
yeah.
I actually like that aspect of it.
Yeah, I do too. I think that is like it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Halloween is entertaining, but I'm still
But there's no reason for it.
there's no reason
Yeah,
for it. I think it's like dumb for that sense.
I also don't get, especially in Australia, there's a breed of person that's like, oh, bloody Halloween is all Americans. We don't celebrate Halloween.
yeah.
Cool, it's not hurting anyone.
Yeah.
If these kids want to dress up as Superman and go and ask for lollies from people,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
fine. It literally doesn't affect you at all.
Yeah.
You just say no.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. Yeah, I mean, I say that I'm against that one the most, but I'm not going to stop people from doing it or like.
And like you won't be like, oh, get out of here with your bloody Halloween.
Yeah.
Who cares?
That's right. I am likely to give kids like candy one day. I'm sure when I like own a house and in that sort of neighborhood, I'm sure I would do that. But
But also like, it's an American holiday, sure. But in the same sense that if Americans were like, you know what, we like the idea of this Anzac Day, we're going to celebrate it. You wouldn't be like, oh, bloody hell, what are you doing? Who cares? If they want to celebrate it, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
It'd be weird, but sure.
It'd be weird, but it's not offensive.
I bet you. Okay, this is my theory. If the Americans ever take over the Anzac holiday, they'll think it's because of the biscuits, which are great.
Yep.
Anzac biscuits are great.
I'd wake up for Anzac biscuits.
I'd wake up for Anzac biscuits for sure. On Anzac Day, because I got a day off, could do anything that day.
That's true. I'll sleep in for Anzac biscuits on that day.
But anyway, yeah. So I kind of think it's dumb, but it's cool. There's some cool like things. It's cool actually scrolling through Reddit and seeing these like fun, spooky things people have done. But yeah, and obviously we're still in full costume.
Yeah, obviously. What was I? Oh yeah, I'm Iron Man.
Yeah. Okay. We've got another one. This by Cousin Rowan.
Ooh.
Believe it or not. Gentlemen,
I believe it.
loved episode 109. A solid 7 out of 10. Well, I think we can only go up to 6. I'm pretty sure that's what we've established.
Rowan, are you suggesting that was our best episode ever?
I
if
think
it's a
so.
7 out of 9?
I think so.
Crazy.
7 out of 10. Now you're just throwing numbers into the wind.
Should we make our rating system out of 9 really to mess with people?
Yeah. But we can only still get a max of... Well, 7. We'll make it 7 now. Our rating system is 7 out of 9.
Yeah. A 9 out of 9, believe it, is worse.
All right. Anyway, as you discussed, I can think it is wise to avoid religion as a topic, as it can exclude or offend certain listeners.
Mm-hmm.
AMA 59.0. As atheists, is there anything that could prove to you that God exists compared to being mentally deluded? Cheers, Cousin Ron.
You kind of said it. Just proof. Any kind of proof. Any kind of...
That is a good point.
Here's a photo of God.
Yeah.
We got one.
No, because I think somebody. I think
How
I
could
could
you
do
fake that, Nelson?
I would show you a piece of toast that resembled God. But well, I actually always remember Ricky Gervais talking one time in an interview, and he said I don't. He said it in a lot less words, but he's like, I don't believe in not in the possibility of not believing in a God. Like, he's still atheist, he's not agnostic.
Yeah.
But he's saying if somebody came up with a bottle that was full of godliness, and we had scientists to prove that it was indeed godliness, then I would believe in God, because that's proof. That's the whole point of science, to like prove these things. And I think I've always been the same as well. Like, when he said that, he articulated it so well.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's right. Like, I'm not against the idea of God.
Yeah, if it turns out they prove God is right, we won't be like, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, good.
And we wouldn't like then continue to refute it.
Yeah.
We would be like, okay, no, it's definitive.
Yes.
Like, we know, just the same reason that, anything that I've learned from science, I accept because it's been, proven. And
so to further quote Ricky Gervais from that very same interview, he also says that if you were to take like a math textbook or whatever and destroy all of them on the planet, eventually people would rework out that maths because it is a formula.
Yeah.
And it would be rewritten exactly how it was. But if you were to do that with the Bible, you would never get the Bible again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just get different forms of... I mean, there are different forms of religion and gods and stuff. It's like, it almost proves his point that already exists.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we would. But what's this question? Is there? Okay, so what do you think could be the proof? I know it's like hard to comprehend.
It would probably need to be either a near-death experience that you saw something, or you actually like died at some point and your body did go somewhere, and you're like, oh my god, I saw it.
Yeah. Because we'll see. I wouldn't believe if I had a near-death experience. I still wouldn't believe it. Because I know, again, from like science and stuff, your brain could do so many amazing things. Yeah. It can like make you, like spawn warts and stuff on your body just because it thinks you're sick. You know, like the mind is so unbelievably powerful that if I thought that I saw something, I'd be like, that's just my brain going crazy.
And because like your brain is that powerful, can do that many different things, but you still can't. Pat your head and rub your tongue at the same time.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean,
it's not that good.
It's amazing. But yeah, so I think I would need. Do you know what? Okay, this is what I would accept. I would accept a like second coming of Jesus.
Yep.
And then I would need to see the miracles being done, and then still have somebody prove that those miracles did in fact happen. Like I would want to see it like part the ocean or something.
If Darren Brown was like, that was real.
Yeah.
I've seen him do some crazy stuff.
Exactly.
And he tells me it's fake.
Or Chris Angel, I think he does. I think he does the more crazy. That guy can, he like turns into cards or something.
You're thinking of the movie Now You See.
Oh yeah, that one.
The Chris Angel of movies.
Yeah. I've seen him levitate.
Yep.
Walk on water. He's walked on. Oh my god, he is the second coming.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I reckon that's like the only thing. Nobody could like bring me an item that was like, oh, like this is the Holy Grail or something like that. I'd be like, no. Like I don't think there's enough proof that you could give me.
Because the Holy Grail was supposed to be the cup that Jesus drank from, right?
Yes. Unless you believe in the Da Vinci Code, in which case
it's Mary Magdalene's bones.
It's the bloodline or something.
Right, that's right.
Yeah. Anyway, that was
side note.
Good. It's a good movie.
Have you ever seen the website Masterclass? They get like all those like really famous people to do masterclasses and stuff.
Yeah.
Dan Brown now has a masterclass.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Huh. Like, there you go. You can write a book that your dad will like.
Yeah. Interesting.
So what were we talking about? Oh yeah. So it's supposed to be the cup that Jesus drank from.
Yeah.
But that could be real. Like you could be like, oh yeah, it's a cup.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's true as well. I mean, I think that's kind of my point.
Yeah. I'm not doubting these things existed. I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's nothing to them.
I actually read there was a question on Reddit that was like, atheists of Reddit who were originally religious, what was the turning point? Something like that. And somebody spoke about how the history of the Jews in like Egypt somewhere, that there's no historical proof of that ever happening with like Moses and the slaves and stuff like that. I can't remember where exactly that takes place or is meant to have taken place, obviously.
Egypt.
And so they said there's just no historical proof that ever happened. There was no Jews in
Egypt.
Like Egypt. No, but it's like it's like another like Nazareth. What's that?
Oh,
I don't know. Anyway, it's like, and so and that was the point. And I was like, I think that's really interesting. So that's why there couldn't be any like physical thing that somebody gave to me. It would just be very hard. Like, okay, what if somebody found a gigantic boat at the bottom of the ocean that was as big as Noah's Ark theoretically was meant to be, and there were 2 dead unicorns?
Oh, that would be good.
Oh, yeah.
That would be good.
I'd be like, now it's all starting to come together. But yeah, it'd have to be. I think it had to be something where I see a miracle happen.
Yeah.
In front of me, which can then be fact checked.
The miracle alone isn't enough.
Yeah.
Confirmation of the authenticity of the miracle is the key.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
I'm glad you brought religion into this podcast again, Rowan.
Thanks, Rowan. We were trying to avoid it. Do you know one conversation that I am proud that I have not brought up yet and am avoiding is gun control? Because I know our views on that, and I feel like that might alienate a significant portion of our audience.
You're very pro.
Possibly. Yeah. Guns for everybody.
Yeah.
So we haven't spoken about that. Don't start talking about it now.
No.
I was just bringing up how I haven't done it.
Yeah.
and
why not?
And yeah, so, you know. But that's it. If you would like to write in, like Amanda or Rowan, you can do so. Reddit podcast, READIT podcast at gmail.com. You can also reach us on Facebook, at Twitter, and our subreddit. They're all READIT podcast.
And we're serious, Susan.
We're
serious.
Susan, I swear to God. And subscribe.
Yep.
And rate us.
Yep.
And
leave a review.
We'll read you later.
That's not how you end the show.
Thanks for listening. And we'll read you later.
Better.